We are at the Shanghai International Circuit for the 16th and final race of Season 1 of the SCRL Quaker State Formula 1 Series. D12 of Nick Kennedy will be leading us to the green flag. Starting beside him is the 7 of K. Nyreen. Coming into this race, we have 5 drivers that can mathematically win the championship. Riley Spurley-Tube, who will be starting in 5th. Colin Dryberg, who will be starting 4th. Dink Drinker, who will be starting 3rd. Nick Kennedy, who will be starting 1st. And Daniel Bouchard, who will be starting way back in 15th. Coming into this race, Riley Spurley-Tube has a 5-point lead over Colin Dryberg. We have only run one race here at Shanghai. That was in the Formula E Series. Cam Nixie dominated that race, led every single one of the 5 laps, and then blew up on the last lap, allowing Tommy Hudson to score the win. So this race will be a little bit longer since it's the major series. So Spurley-Tube is our points leader. He has 46. Colin Dryberg is 5 back. Ding Drinker 7. Nick Kennedy 9. And Danny Bouchard 9. The way the point standings is awarded is first you get 10, second 8, third you get 6 points, fourth you get 5, fifth you get 4, sixth you get 3, 7 you get 2, and 8 you get 1. And ninth on back you get 0. So yeah.
Drivers, start your engines.
So Riley Spurley-Tube is going for his first championship. So is a lot of other drivers. Final race of the season here at Shanghai. Looks like no one's having any problems. And we're racing in Shanghai. For the first time in the Formula 1 series, Nick Kennedy with a great jump leads him off into turn number 1. Wait, why is the field slow? We got a caution already. That's weird. So we don't even go 5 feet and the caution is already out, and Sebastian Torres is on pit road. That's kind of a weird way to start the race. Alright, Nick Kennedy is our race leader. I guess we'll take a look at the caution. Okay, this is very embarrassing for Sebastian Torres. We get the green, and Sebastian just wheel hops going into the final turn. Tries to put on the brakes, and crashes hard into the tire barrier. I don't got nothing more to say about that. That is a veteran mistake. Just went on the gas too fast. Slid off course. And hard into the tire barrier. And Sebastian Torres' day is done before he even gets to the start-finish line. Disappointing way for Sebastian Torres to end this season. So, we'll take it back to the restart. About to get this race restarted. Sebastian Torres officially will finish 22nd. Wrecked before we even got to the start-finish line. So, Sebastian Torres' season has gotten worse. He has one win. That was at Bahrain, but not the way he wanted to end his season here at Shanghai. So, Nick Kennedy is our race leader still, of course. 2nd, Dink Drinker. 3rd, K. Nyreen. 4th, Riley Spurley-Tube. 5th, Colin Dryberg. 6th, Kyle Metz. 7th, John Ard. 8th, Noah Cars. 9th, Evan Rudd. And 10th, Luke Rainey. So we're going to restart this race and try this again. Pace cars in. We're back to racing at Shanghai. Battle for second. Battle for lead. Ding Drinker wants it. Ding Drinker needs this spot because he's going for the championship too. Kennedy way wide. Oh, we got a spin. Somewhere. I guess not. Nick Kennedy lead him down this long stretch into this turn. Into this turn. Nice and easy. Nick Kennedy trying to get dual trophies. He has 3 wins this season, trying to get his 4th as well as the championship. Ding Drinker trying to go for his 1st as well. Colin Dryberg trying to go for his 3rd and get a championship. Calmette's way wide. Still green. Into this crazy turn. Whoa, Kennedy slides. But Ding Drinker is not able to capitalize. He did close the gap, though. Oh, we got Dryberg spun out. Kyle Metz. No caution. That is bad for Dryberg because he's a championship contender. There's Dryberg. He's outside the top 10, so he will not receive points right now. Nick Kennedy. He is 9 points behind Riley Spurleytube. Remember, you do not receive points for leading laps. That's where you finish. So Riley Spurleytube leads yet another lap. Ding Drinker is 2nd, 3rd, John Ard, 4th, Noah Cars, 5th, Kay Nareen. There's Riley Spurleytube. Riley Spurleytube came across the line in 8th spot. He has a 5-point lead over Dryberg, so he's got Dryberg beat so far. We got Carl Pit Road, that's Jay Jefferson. Colin Dryberg came across the line in 16th. He will not win the championship at that rate. Evan Rudd just passed Noah Cars. Nick Kennedy continues to hold the race lead. Ding Drinker trying ever so slowly to try and catch Nick Kennedy. And nothing more to say really, because Jay Jefferson is still on pit road. Oh, we got a car smoking. Riley Spurleytube, our points leader, is blown up. And now he stalls, and the caution is out. Here's this trouble turn. The 2 leaders get by. So we're going to race it back to the caution. So we've had 2 championship contenders have trouble. Colin Dryberg and Riley Spurleytube. So this means Riley Spurleytube will not win the championship. That's a heartbreak for him. He's won 2 times this season at Indy and Nuremberg. Nick Kennedy leads him off the final turn. And we'll lead him to the caution flag. There it is. They'll catch up to the pace car. Oh, we got a car that is wrecked. That's Luke Rainey in the 17. Oh, he's trying to get back on the track. So we'll take a look and see who brought out the technically 2nd caution of the day. Riley Spurleytube running in 8th spot. Our championship points leader. At this point, he has the championship won. And then something just mechanically breaks in that car. He just starts smoking immediately. That is very disappointing for that driver. He had high hopes for Shanghai, possibly winning his first ever championship in this league. But something mechanical breaks in that car. He does the smart thing and he pulls it off the track. Stalls. And that brings out the caution. And Riley Spurley Tube's shot of being the first ever Formula One champion is over. Now, we move further up ahead. We'll take a look and see what happens to Luke Rainey. He is in 7th. He was actually right behind Riley Spurley Tube when his car broke. So the caution is already out. We are racing back. He's right behind Noah Cars. So let's see what happens to Luke Rainey. Oh, he wheel hopped it. Wow. And this almost the same identical tire marks as Sebastian Torres. But he slowed down enough where he didn't get that much damage. So that's 2 cars now that have spun out in that turn. So that's the second caution, as well as what happened to Luke Rainey. We will take you back to the restart. Half a lap away from restarting this race. Sebastian Torres, of course, out. And it says Riley Spurley Tube had an accident, but we know that's not the case. He actually blew up. So Riley Spurley Tube will have to wait another series to try and go for a championship. We are past the halfway mark. Nick Kennedy is our race leader. 2nd is Dane Drinker. 3rd, John Ard. 4th, Ken Irene. 5th, Evan Rudd. 6th, Noah Cars. 7th, Shuttle. 8th, Keck Whiteline. 9th, Cole Nixie. And 10th, Hip Hop Anonymous. So we got championship contenders in 1st, 2nd, 6th, 13th, we're back to racing. Whoa, what the heck is Dryberg doing? Ding Drinker's trying to pass Kennedy before we get to the line. And Ding Drinker does. That should be a penalty. We'll have to confirm with the officials. Ding might have jumped the restart. You can't pass the leader before you get to the line. And I'm not showing bias toward any driver, but that's the rules. You can't pass before you get to the line. And Ding did. John Ard moved up to 2nd. Nick Kennedy back to 3rd. So we're going to have to review the restart. That could be a major problem for Ding Drinker. Jumping the restart. You cannot pass the leader before you get to the line, and Ding clearly did. Now, it doesn't matter if the leader has a problem or not, but you can't do that. John Ard trying to close in on Ding Drinker. Nick Kennedy trying to regain his top spot. Or maybe Kennedy is playing it safe because he's 9 points behind. Ding is higher up. He's only 7, so Riley Spurley Tube is out. Dryberg is out of points range for now. Let's see where Dryberg is. There he is. 14th. That's going to be very tough decision the officials going to have to do. But as of right now, Ding Drinker is our race leader. 2 laps to go. Ding Drinker, a multiple-time winner in this league, trying to go for his first ever championship as Nick Kennedy is trying to get around John Ard for 2nd. We got Carl on pit road. That's Hip Hop Anonymous. 2-time race winner this season. He's not going to win this race. So, a hypothetical. If the officials penalized Ding Drinker, what would the penalty be? Well, just like with real Formula 1 results, you would have to go in, and serve a penalty. And he has not done that, obviously. So Dink would be relegated to being the last car on the lead lap. So that's if the restart was, that's if he jumped it. But you'll have to go back over and look. So the restart is under review right now. And this is big championship implications because Dink is in the running for the championship. So I've never had this happen before. Normally, they never pass before the line. But Dink clearly did. And it could cost him not only the win, but the championship. Now the final turn. Ding Drinker will see the white flag. 1 lap to go here at Shanghai. 1 lap to go in the Formula 1 series to determine who will be champion. And as they run right now, pending the replay of the restart, Dink Drinker would be the champion, I believe. It's either him or Nick Kennedy because Rice Burleytube is out. Dryberg is way in the back. Bouchard is... Where's Bouchard? There he is. 11th. He's out of points range. Dryberg is out of points range. So this is going to be a controversial championship, whoever it goes to. Because Ding Drinker has a gripe. He went when the green came back out. But Nick Kennedy will be saying, that he passed before he got to the line, which he clearly did. So, either way, someone's going to be pissed off. So, Ding Drinker leads him into this final S's. Has to keep it on course. Oh, John Ard spun out. That's going to allow Nick Kennedy to move up. And pending the restart, Kennedy would win the race. And the championship, I believe. But we'll figure that out after we get this lap done. Ding Drinker leads him down into this final turn. And into this turn for the final time. Ding Drinker will win the race and the championship pending the restart. This is going to be very interesting to see what happens. Oh, we got Carl pit road. Who was that? Luke Rainey again. Oh boy. Now here comes the hard part. We're going to take a look at the restart. Okay, here it is in super slow-mo. Nick Kennedy leads him into the final turn as we're about to get the restart. And here's Ding Drinker. They get the green. And Dink is clearly passing him. Now, the point is, did he pass him before the start-finish line? And did he beat him to the line? He's obviously ahead right now. Still ahead. Still ahead. And right there is the start-finish line. And Dink is clearly in front of Nick Kennedy. Now, there's several ways we can take a look at this. Okay, let me see. How do I figure this out? I've never had this done before, so this is kind of new to me. Okay, so let's see. Where is... Damn it. Give me a second. Can you see the green now? Yeah, there's a green flag. Okay, see how it's yellow? And it changes green. Okay. Okay, let's check the speed. 57. Okay. And Dink just floors it. Kennedy tries to block. And Dink is clearly in front. And he beats him to the line, too. So this might be a controversial call, but it's going to be the right one. You cannot pass the leader before you get to the start-finish line. Now, you'll probably be saying, well, we had some other drivers pass, too, like Dexter Black. Actually, Dexter Black is in front of Kyle Metz, so that doesn't count as a pass. And you see this driver right here, Cole Nixie, trying to get past this driver, but they're side by side, so he didn't really pass. So that was a controversial move by Dink Drinker, but we have to be fair to all the drivers, and you gotta be fair to the rules. And Dink Drinker clearly passed Nick Kennedy before we got to the start-finish line. Both drivers, they went when the green flag fell, and to bring the race back under green condition. And Dink clearly passed Nick Kennedy. So the ruling is going to be that Dink Drinker has been given the black flag, and he will be penalized and will not win this race. Or the championship, I believe, because Dink will be placed all the way back as the last car on the lead lap, which that'll knock him out of points range. So that means Nick Kennedy will be the race winner. And we will take you to the results now. So here are your race results. Due to jumping the restart and passing Nick Kennedy before the start-finish line, Dink Drinker has been black flagged, and Nick Kennedy is your race winner. Second is Evan Rudd. Third, John Ard. Fourth, Kay Nareen. Fifth, Cack Whiteline. Sixth, Chuttle. Seventh, Cole Nixie. Eighth, Noah Cars. Ninth, Brian Fox. And 10th, Daniel Evans. Due to being black flagged, Dink Drinker will be bumped from first place all the way back to 19th. So that was a costly mistake by Dink Drinker. You know, he was going for the championship and doing everything in his power, but he just went too early. So that's a hard break for Dink Drinker, but you got to follow the rules, and he didn't follow the rules. So, yeah. Luke Randy was one lap down. He was in multiple wrecks, but he was able to finish. Riley Spurley-Tube, our points leader heading into this race, out due to a mechanical problem, not accident as it shows, and he's not being shown, but Sebastian Torres will be 22nd, reckon, before he even got to the start-finish line on the first lap. So, yet another controversial race here at Shanghai that determined the race winner as well as the champion. I think Kennedy won the championship, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but with that finish, I think it did. So, even though it'll show Dink Drinker, we'll take you to victory lane with Nick Kennedy. Here are your final point standings at the last race of the season at Shanghai. Due to the disqualification of Ding Drinker and him being black flag and putting all the way back to 19th, Nick Kennedy won the race, his third in a row, and by virtue of winning, Nick Kennedy is our Season 1 SCRL Quaker State Formula 1 Series champion. He won it by, listen to this, 1 point over Riley Spurley-Tube. If Riley Spurley-Tube had finished 10th, they would have been tied, but the tiebreaker would have gone to Nick Kennedy by virtue of, the win. So Nick Kennedy gets his first ever championship in this league. 4 wins. He won the last 3 events in the season. He had 5 top 5s and 10 top 10s. Riley Spurley-Tube came so close for his first championship. He had 2 wins, 5 top 5s, 8 top 10s. Third, Colin Dryberg, 2 wins, 5 top 5s, 9 top 10s. Fourth place, Ding Drinker, a very controversial last race at Shanghai. If he had not jumped the restart, he would have had his first win of the season and possibly the championship. He had 6 top 5s and 9 top 10s. Fifth, Daniel Bouchard, no wins, 4 top 5s, 9 top 10s. Sixth, Brian Fox, 1 win, 5 top 5s, 7 top 10s. Seventh, Keka Whiteline, another winless season. She had 4 top 5s and 9 top 10s. Eighth, John Ard, 1 win, 5 top 5s, 8 top 10s. Ninth, Jay Jefferson, no wins, 5 top 5s, and 7 top 10s. 10th was Chuttle, no wins. He had 3 top 5s and 9 top 10s. 11th, Hip Hop Anonymous, he had 2 wins back-to-back. He had 4 top 5s and 5 top 10s. 12th, Kyle Metz, no wins, 4 top 5s and 6 top 10s. 13th, Cole Nixie, no wins, 3 top 5s, 10 top 10s. 14th was Dexter Black. He had 1 win, 4 top 5s, 7 top 10s. 15th, Evan Rudd, 1 win, 3 top 5s, and 5 top 10s. 16th, Bill Jones, 1 win, Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, 3 top 5s, and 4 top 10s. Luke Rainey, no wins, 3 top 5s, 8 top 10s. 18th, Jonathan King, no wins, but he had 3 top 5s and 8 top 10s. 6 top 10s. 19th, Noah Cars, no wins, but he had 2 top 5s and 8 top 10s. 20th, Sebastian Torres, not the season he was looking for, but he did have a win. He had 2 top 5s and 6 top 10s. Kate Nareen, no wins, 2 top 5s and 6 top 10s. 22nd and final in the point standings was Chris Kyle, no wins, no top 5s, and 4 top 10s. Go to the general stats. Most wins, of course, Nick Kennedy won 3 in a row in the last 3 races. Incredible, dominating performance. Colin Dryberg, Hip Hop Anonymous, Riley Spurley-Tube all had 2. Bill Jones and everybody else had 1. Top 5s, Ding Drinker had the most with 6. Brian Fox, Colin Dryberg, Jay Jefferson, and John Ard all had 5. Most top 10s, Cole Nixie had 10. So did Nick Kennedy, Keka Whiteline, Colin Dryberg, and Daniel Bouchard all had 9. Most poles, that's random because we don't do qualifying. Most laps completed, Colin Dryberg with 149, Dexter Black 148, Brian Fox 147, Jay Jefferson and John Ard 143. Most laps led, Colin Dryberg with 27, Nick Kennedy with 26, Riley Spurley-Tube 16, Sebastian Torres 16, Noah Cars with 9. Most miles completed, Dexter Black with 637, Brian Fox 613, Colin Dryberg 613, Jay Jefferson 612, and Daniel Bouchard 590. The fastest average was at the Brickyard the Indianapolis 500, won by Riley Spurley-Tube 108.755 mile per hour. The slowest average was Circuit of the Americas, won by Nick Kennedy 62.820 miles per hour. The biggest margin of victory was Sebring. Yeah, no doubt there. The closest margin was Indy, even though it ended under caution. Fastest pole, slowest pole, same thing because we don't do that. Most lead changes, Indy, of course, with 5. Most leaders, Ostring with 5. Most yellows, South Africa with 5. Most cars running, Mexico City with 22, all 22 finished. Most DNFs, Watkins Glen with 12. So that is it for Season 1 of the SCRL Quaker State Formula 1 Series. Hopefully you all have enjoyed the Formula E and Formula 1 series. We will return to this sometime down the future, and we might even have 3 Formula series, depending on what might happen. So, Nick Kennedy is our Season 1 Formula 1 champion, and that ends the Formula series for a while. I don't know what we're going to do next, but hopefully you all enjoyed this series. So, we'll see you whenever we see you.